Hi everyone, Frank Horn here, and today we are checking out Star Trek DS9. I know, Star Trek DS9, I live there. It's pretty sick. Star Trek DS9, episode 4 and 5 of season 4. Season 4, guys. Can you believe this guy Oliver's on season 4? That's kind of crazy. Anyways, episode 4 and 5, Indiscretion and Rejoined. I'm gonna have a blast watching this, but first, I'm gonna go to Quark's bar and grab a beer. Hi everyone, sorry about Frank Morn there. He kind of came into the video and kind of pushed me out of the video. But yeah, like you said, we're watching episode 4 and 5, Indiscretion and Rejoin today. I'm really excited. DS9 has been super awesome so far, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. Season 4 especially has been such a blast, and I'm expecting 2 more really amazing episodes today. And before getting this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn the light. I said what color? It should be boop. Nice. Okay, so lighting today, I'm actually gonna go like an orange color in honor of Quark's bar and Frank Morn. I don't really know why, but I just want to do that color. And remember guys, if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head to my Patreon of uncut and early access reactions to my movies and TV shows that come out up to 3 weeks early, as well as exclusive Patreon merch, live streams, movie polls, movie reactions, and so much more. Thank you so much if you check it out, and let's get back to the video. Okay, I'm really excited for these 2 episodes. I don't know what's gonna happen, but let's dive into the first one today. I hope you enjoy my reaction to episode 4 of season 4 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Indiscretion.
Rosca Karn. He claims to be an old friend.
Oh, does he?
Been the safest line of work, but it was a lot more exciting than selling scrap metal.
He can smuggle again.
On your mind, Rosca.
Why not? Free universe?
This time I've got evidence. A fragment of metal. Looks like it's part of the forward sensor array.
What's the Ravenok?
It's been 6 years. Even if you have found a piece of the Ravenok, it doesn't mean there are any survivors.
What is the Ravenok? This is a Kira episode, and every single Kira episode is good so far in the show, so I'm excited for this Kira episode as well. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Dude, this music is just so danceable, don't you think?
Promenade outside of the Klingon restaurant. He's being held on 4 counts of petty theft.
Julius Wren.
Cassidy Yates is in this episode.
We arrested him once for attempting to break into the...
Gul Dukat is in this episode.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Odo. I may have a lead on the Ravenok.
What is the Ravenok?
That all may be true, but that is not what I was going to say. I was going to say, good luck.
Yeah, he supports you.
You had a friend aboard the Ravenok, correct?
A best friend.
Any survivors, you are going to go looking for that ship. And all I can say is good luck.
Aw, Odo, you're such a good friend.
I'm afraid not. I'd like for you to postpone your trip for at least a day or 2.
Oh, why?
Somehow the Cardassian government got wind of your plan to search for the Ravenok.
LeVar Burton directed this? LeVar Burton?
The Ravenok was a Cardassian ship.
Carrying Bajoran prisoners.
Interesting, okay, so it's a prison ship.
I know this isn't what you had in mind, but Bajor and Cardassia must learn to work together.
Yeah, that's true. I hope Gul Dukat is the one on the trip, though.
Tell them I'm not going to wait forever. If their representative isn't here within 52 hours, I'm going alone.
I'll be sure they get the message.
Never mind. I didn't know why I thought something bad was going to happen right there. Kira is so different than first season Kira. First season Kira, she would have dismissed this outright.
Sounds like the 2 of you are getting serious.
I don't know about that. I don't think Cassidy is looking to get serious.
I don't know, man. She kind of made out with you right before the giant war.
I've applied for a position with the Bajoran Ministry of Commerce to captain one of their freighters.
Oh, yeah.
I get to use my own ship, pick my own crew, and the best part is I never have to leave this sector.
Yeah, baby.
On my ship, I suppose. Well,
Or with Mr. Sisko.
that's not a bad idea.
Look at his face. That's funny. You know, both Sisko and Jake have Riz. Like, they're both Rizcos, not Siskos.
Someone's in a big hurry.
Permission granted.
I hope it's Gul Dukat, please. Yes.
Ah,
Yes!
Major Kira.
I recognize the voice anywhere.
I'm ready to leave whenever you are.
This is like the one Cardassian that she would say no to outright still. The one Cardassian she hates the most.
Now leave the details in your capable hands.
Good. And we shouldn't have any problems.
This could actually be a really cool episode, you know?
I don't understand. Why did the Cardassian government send you?
The Ravenuk was under my general command.
Oh, interesting.
Troops, and it is my duty to try to find them.
Interesting.
I've found that when one has a difficult job to do, personal reasons can be quite an incentive.
That is very true.
A family member, a compatriot, a lover.
Yeah, good question, actually.
Ah, the infamous Shakar resistance we never...
Yeah, we met Shakar, man.
Hope you don't take this the wrong way, Major, but I've always admired you.
Oh, interesting.
Tempered with Cardassian steel.
Oh, Captain Sisko's right. You are in love with the sound of your own voice.
Kinda true.
Occupation actually helped Bajor.
Which part? The massacres or the strip mining?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it probably strengthened it in some way. I don't know, it's like some twisted way it helped.
To admit that perhaps we were a little harsh in our methods.
A little harsh?
People are stronger now than they have been in centuries.
See, it's true. That's the thing. It's just gross that it's true.
But I believe the time will come when Cardassia and Bajor will grow to be not only allies, but also close friends.
You know, I can actually see that with this new government.
You and me? I doubt it.
Maybe at the end of this episode.
I would like to spend the next 6 hours in silent meditation.
Well, in that case, as much as it pains me.
This is such a good conversation. No, these are two characters that we've never really seen interact, but you know that there's going to be some interesting interactions. And that was such a good conversation.
What do you think I told him? I said yes.
Congratulations.
You think Sisko feels like this is moving too fast? Like he feels off.
You know, I was thinking about what Dak said. Maybe I should get quarters on the station.
Yeah, she's probably, because she wants it to be serious, he's still thinking about Jennifer. This hasn't happened to him since Jennifer.
A good one.
Could you muster up a little more enthusiasm?
So true.
Oh, I don't think you took it the way I meant it.
I
No,
don't think you
Sisko.
know what you meant.
Yeah.
You're afraid of commitment.
Yeah, I can actually see that. Oh, she's going. Oh, she's going! Sisko, no! Say something. Oh, man. We have some good conflicts going on in this episode.
Because when we talked, I didn't know I would be.
Too bad. The Marquis would have paid handsomely to get their hands on him.
Oh, my days.
Mistaken? Smuggler? Thief? Black marketeer?
Quite a resume.
Bajoran to death in forced labor camps and shooting anybody who tried to stop him. Almost makes you forget.
Almost makes you forget. I like that.
Barely, Class M. He found that in orbit.
Sorry, it isn't.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks, Ruska. I owe you one.
Just let me know what you find out. Lord was my friend, too.
Aw, he seems kind of nice, though, you know.
Or they could have had a problem with their navigational array or run into some kind of subspace anomaly.
Hopefully we'll find the truth.
It's actually really cool seeing them work together. Like, actually work together.
We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
It's gonna be a difficult landing. I'll take the controls if you like.
No, let Kira do it.
Invigorating, isn't it?
What are they on, like, Tatooine or something?
Compared to us, you Bajorans are a bit fragile. Physiologically speaking.
I guess Cardassians do love the heat, don't they? I feel like I remember that, whereas a Cardassian had their room really hot or something. Oh, hello, that's pretty cool.
It's a big step.
Bashir is like, yeah, you ruined it. You fudged it up.
It's ambiguous, definitely open to interpretation. But it could have been worse. He could have said, it's a very big step.
It's simple. He goes to Cassidy, admits that everything was his fault, and pledges his undying love.
Just look at Bashir's face when Dax talks.
And that he really would like her to live on the station.
Could work. Assuming that's what you want.
Yeah, Sisko, you need to figure it out first.
I don't recall asking your opinion, Quark.
Well, maybe you should. I mean, who knows more about women than me?
Well, Bashir was so fast to answer.
Threaten to see her even less. If she wants more gifts, take back the ones you've already given.
Oh my god.
So, you never answered the question. Do you want her to stay or not?
I appreciate all the advice.
He did not answer. You can see the steam coming out of his ears. His brain is working so hard to decide.
What do you think about Cassidy moving onto the station?
It's a big step.
Yeah, it is a very big step. Oh, I just like the conversations and the dialogue. It feels a lot more natural, and it feels like the crew is a lot more comfortable talking to each other.
12 graves.
12. Those are graves. I thought it was just a sunflower in the sand.
What are you doing?
We need to identify these bodies.
Yeah, that's true.
It would dishonor the dead for a non-Cardassian to view the remains.
Okay, that makes sense.
Bajorans are much more concerned with the souls of the dead than they are with the physical remains.
That's true.
A sign that the Pa has begun its final journey to the prophet.
You know, he knows this stuff.
I'll work on the Ravenok. I should be able to get something from the ship's computers.
Okay, Kira. Dude, I love this so much.
Yes?
Yeah. I got them from Bajorn Intelligence before we left.
They both kind of respect each other a little bit here.
Very good.
See, even, yeah, look at that. Dude, this episode's making me so happy. This is actually a insanely good episode. What is it? I have chills.
What was her name?
Oh my god.
Her name was Tora. Prem. You're not the only one who had a friend aboard that ship.
Wait, what?
Don't worry, Dukat. You're not the only Cardassian officer who kept a Bajoran mistress.
I don't know. He kind of looks a lot sadder than that.
Prem and I loved each other. Ironic, isn't it?
Did your wife know?
No.
Oh wow, he had an affair with the Bajoran.
Now, if you don't mind, Major, I'd rather not talk about this right now.
I don't think I've ever seen Dukat so vulnerable.
According to the ship's computers, the Ravenok was attacked by 2 unidentified warships.
Okay, interesting.
Could have been captured and taken away.
Or they could still be here somewhere on this planet.
That's true, actually.
That if they were captured, they could activate the implant, which would leave a trail of isotopes, so they could be tracked and rescued.
Oh, that's actually so cool.
I think I have something.
That way.
Let's
I
go.
was gonna say, I love the sound design of this episode, especially this part where it's just the wind in the background. Very, like, serious, a little bit more emotional, intimate scene. I don't know, I love this episode, guys.
Ah!
What is it?
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. I sat on something.
Just a pointy rock.
Oh, get it out.
Well, keep still and let me see what I...
It already hurts. Just take it out.
No! Oh my god.
Oh.
Ouch.
That was in his butt, you know.
Oh. Ooh.
What a sight, you know.
What's even funny here? This doesn't work.
What? Why is this the best scene in all of Star Trek?
I'm sure they haven't improved a bit.
Actually, it got a little worse.
Fair enough.
It was your friend, Torna Prem. And the other
Tora's Yell.
was Tora Zial.
What if there's a child? What if there's a child? What if there's a child?
Zial's a Cardassian name. The way I see
Oh my god, it's Dukat's daughter.
Zial was Naprem's daughter, and you...
I was her father.
Oh my days.
To find the survivors. You're hoping that... Oh.
So this is personal for him too, when he had that speech at the start.
You see, if my daughter is still alive, I'll have no choice but to kill her.
Oh man. Is he hoping that she's dead then? Is it because he doesn't want his wife right now to know, so he has to kill her?
But I made a mistake I intend to correct.
You don't have to take her back to Cardassia with you. Let me take her to Bajor.
Yeah, good idea.
What kind of life would that be for her?
Maybe a good life on the station.
Or you sent them to a prison camp.
They were not on their way to a prison camp.
Where were they?
To Lesepia, where they could live out their lives in some sort of peace.
Oh my god.
And hesitate to use ZL against me.
Listen to you. It's not your wife and your 7 children you're protecting. It's
Yeah, it's yourself.
And when I bury Ziel, I'll weep over her grave just as I wept over her mother's.
Wow.
That will not stop me from doing what I have to do. Do you understand?
No, I don't. This is so interesting.
Nog and I ran into Cassidy last night over at the Vulcan restaurant.
Oh, Jake knows.
I don't think this is one of those times. It's pretty simple, Dad. You're scared.
Yeah, that's so true.
If things don't work out, you're going to feel responsible. And that's scary.
Jake, how does Jake know so much?
And we think you have nothing to worry about. If Cassidy wants to change jobs, that's her decision, not yours.
Yeah, that's true.
Nog and I thought about it, but we thought it would be better if you told her yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what's new with you?
Dude, I love Jake.
It makes perfect sense. The Breen homeworld is a frozen wasteland.
They don't know the war is over.
You approve of what they're doing?
No, not at all.
But it just makes sense. Do you see her? Oh my god, it's her. It's his daughter. And she's actually nice. He doesn't want to kill her. He doesn't want to kill her. He won't do it.
There's no way I'm leaving you here alone.
Well, then I suggest we devise a plan to rescue these prisoners.
Yeah, okay. That's like the Princess Leia helmet in episode 6. Star Wars episode 6.
One of us left.
What about Lord Akram? Did he make it?
He died in a cave-in 2 years ago. You knew him?
Oh, man.
He was a friend.
Oh, man.
Don't tell him anything.
He's a Cardassian. I don't understand.
There's a peace treaty.
Yeah, they don't know. Oh my god. But I think they're being enslaved not by Cardassians. They look like Star Trek stormtroopers.
Is Torah Zial.
Bro, you did the classic knockout. You think he's gonna talk? You knocked him out. Oh, I really hope she doesn't die. If she dies, I don't think I'm gonna ever like Dukat.
Yo.
Father?
Oh, and she knows. Of course she knows. What am I saying?
I'm warning you, Dukat, don't do it.
This is insane.
Do this. If you did, you never would have told me about Zial. Now, put the...
Yeah, exactly.
Cardassian prisoners. They told me this would happen.
Oh, interesting, they knew.
I used to dream about you coming to save me.
Oh!
It's what kept me alive. If I can't be with you, then I'd rather die.
Oh my days, oh my days, oh my days, oh my days. Yes. Yes! Yes! Dude, I chills and goosebumps. Respect Dukat. I respect him, man.
One who's qualified for it?
I know someone who would be perfect for it. You.
He's taking the step.
You've been talking to Jake.
He's
a smart boy. Must take after his mother.
Oh, snap.
I was uncomfortable and a little nervous.
Yeah.
A little?
A lot nervous.
All right. A lot nervous.
I could write Star Trek.
And I didn't expect to be in one anytime soon until I met you.
Aww.
This job I do, that's what got Jennifer killed.
Yeah, that's... Oh, I forgot. That's true.
That's what Jake said.
You see? Smart boy.
Bejor, I thought...
Oh, I know what you thought. But I took the job.
Yeah.
You're a good man, Benjamin Sisko. But you've got a lot to learn about women. Especially this one.
Yeah, you gotta talk to Jake some more.
I'll be here.
Oh. Oh, snap, Cassidy. Oh, snap, Cassidy. That's the ultimate tease, I swear to God.
I wish I'd been there.
Major.
Oh.
Dukat.
You heard us talking about you? No, we weren't talking about you.
I just wanted to say thank you, Major, for a most interesting journey.
Oh, it was awesome.
She deserves a home and a father.
Would that make things difficult for you?
I let you know.
There's actually so much thanks in his eyes. Did you see that? Why was that an insanely good episode? Like, why was that actually such a good episode? That might have been my favorite of the season. Like, obviously there were some insanely good episodes so far. The Way of the Warrior, you know, flipping with chicken, the visitor and stuff like that. And I know this is only the 4th episode I've seen of this season, but that might have been my favorite. I don't know why. I just loved that one so much. I loved all the character interactions and stuff. It just made me so happy and so sad at times as well. And that was my reaction to episode 4 of season 4 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Indiscretion. And what do I say? That was such a fantastic episode. It didn't reach the emotional highs of something like The Visitor. It didn't meet or reach the epic proportions of The Way of the Warrior. But I don't know. I think Indiscretion may be my favorite episode of the season so far. I'm not sure. It was really good. I was going to say it's one of my favorite episodes of the season, but I've only seen 4 episodes, and all 4 of them have been absolutely insane. Hippocratic Oath being probably my least favorite, but that is still like an A-tier episode, and the other 3 are like S-tier episodes. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow, season 4, wow, you are stunning. You are a beautiful beast of a season so far, and I'm really excited to watch episode 5 because I'm hoping it's just as good. But anyways, this one was a really interesting concept with Kira and Dukat going on a little mission together, a little vacation together. Not really a vacation, but you know what? I'm going to call it a vacation. And I loved it from the start because Kira and Dukat is a combo that has never really happened before. You know what I mean? It is a combination where you know they're gonna have interesting conversations, but they've never really talked. They just know of each other. They've talked a little bit over the radio or in person a few times, but they've never really had like one-on-one conversations. And this episode was so interesting. They started off sort of hating each other, you know, Gul Dukat was prodding and poking and, you know, saying all these things, and Kira was just not having it in the runabout. But that conversation was still really interesting, how Dukat was saying that the occupation made Bajor better, made Bajorans stronger, and gave them a purpose, and Kira was denying it. But in a weird, twisted sense, Dukat is right. Like, I don't disagree with what he's saying. Like, obviously the occupation is wrong, it's bad, it's horrible, it's horrendous, and, you know, he did stuff and he did horrible things in the occupation, and you can never forget that. But just like war, which is really tragic to say, but just like war for us on Earth right now, war kind of builds a better society in a way. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird to say that, where killing hundreds of thousands, millions of people brings about a better society, but it kind of does sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't be here today without wars of the past. So it's very interesting, like a conversation that Dukat was having with Kira right there. It's a horrible, twisted world that we live in, but Dukat is like kind of right. You know, I don't really want to agree with him, but he's kind of right. But then obviously I think my favorite part of the episode happens, and they get to the planet and they go to the ship, and it's one of the first times in the entire show, maybe even the first time, but one of the first times where we see Dukat be extremely vulnerable, and we see this mask of being a leader, being a goal, just kind of dissolve, and we're left with Dukat being very openly emotional. And it was really strange but really effective to watch at the same time. I caught myself tearing up a little bit. I definitely got a lot of chills. The grave thing was super interesting, how Cardassians, you know, it dishonors the dead to the Cardassians if another person who's not a Cardassian views the dead bodies and stuff. And then when he was reciting the Bajoran proverb basically to Kira about, you know, the spirit and how it's just an empty shell, like the body is just an empty shell when the person dies because the spirit has gone somewhere else. Like, that was really impressive, and it was really cool to see Kira just kind of see that, oh, maybe he knows more than I thought. You know what I mean? He knows more about Bajorans than I thought. And then when Kira said the Cardassian codes, and Dukat was like, very good, very good. It's like, oh, they respect each other so much. But then the part that I like the most is when Kira leaves the ship and we see Dukat on his knees with the bracelet talking, and I don't know, it's like he's like silent for a bit because Kira's like, Dukat, I have, and then she goes silent, and then there's just the sound of the wind. She walks over, he's silent, crying a little bit, and then he's just like, yeah, this was a Bajoran. Kira thinks that it's just like some, I don't know, like almost like a prostitute that he had in a way, but it's actually the woman that he loved, one of the women, I guess a woman that he loved and he had a kid with, and she's dead, and he finds out finally that she had died. And yeah, it was actually very effective because we've never seen Dukat like that before. And then obviously the kid at the end, it's so nice that he let her live. It was such a good moment. The hug gave me chills again, and then I'm really glad to see that she is going back to Cardassia with him. It'll be interesting to see what happens with his wife right now and his 7 kids and how that dynamic works, and he'll let Kira know, so he'll let us know as well. But still a really good Kira Dukat episode. 2 characters who definitely despised each other at the start of this season. Well, Dukat respects Kira in certain aspects, but Kira just despises Dukat, which makes a lot of sense. But at the end of this episode, I think there's a lot more nuance between the 2 characters, and there is some respect, more respect between the 2. You could see Dukat was very thankful of the moments that they shared on that mission, and yeah, I loved it so much. And besides that stuff, the Yates-Sisko stuff was awesome. Cassidy Yates is an insanely good character, and I'm so glad that she's on the show. It feels like she's been on the show for so long, but she only joined at the very end of season 3. So she hasn't been on the show that long, but she has definitely made an impact on me already. I really enjoy her as a character, and just seeing Sisko kind of navigate this was really interesting because it is his first relationship since Jennifer, and so it is a very big step for him, and you know, I can understand why he would be so scared, but I think Cassidy Yates is the right person to make the leap of faith with. My favorite part was when he was talking to Bashir and Dax, and they were both just like kind of talking about it, and Bashir was looking all philosophical and stuff while Dax is talking, making all these funny faces. I don't know, it was just, I loved it so much, and I really liked like all the chemistry all the actors have when talking to Sisko, and not just when they're talking to Sisko, but that all the actors have with each other. It feels like there's so much more chemistry happening between the actors now. It feels like they're so comfortable in these characters' skins. It's really, really cool. Anyways, that is the end of my reaction to Indiscretion, but not the end of the video. Let's get into episode 5 of season 4 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Rejoined. Hope you enjoy. A Dax magic trick.
She probably beamed the egg directly into her mouth from one of the trains.
He sounds like the right type. Painfully shy, introverted, a slight lack of confidence.
I remember Tobin. That was O'Brien's.
She swallowed the egg before she came to the bar and then regurgitated it on cue.
You think she could do that?
I'd like to see you in my office, Commander.
On my way, Benjamin.
Seems like this is a Trill episode.
No wonder you can't figure it out.
You have an egg in your head.
Your head's full of lead.
Oh my god.
The amazing Jadzia Dax.
Dude, Morin does not care. Morin, come on. Watch the magic. That's right. I scolded Morin right there. Timeout. He deserves a timeout.
That the leader of the science team is Dr. Lenara Khan.
Lenara Khan.
Who's that?
Look, you've got about 3 months of leave accumulated. Why didn't you take some of it?
Whoa. Don't want to be on the same station. Is this the doctor that we saw in the earlier Trill episode?
I've never let my past lives interfere with my job, and I'm not going to start now.
Past lives? Probably not the doctor then. Maybe a lover from a past life. That ship really said triangle.
Allow me to introduce you to our team leader, Dr. Lenara Khan.
Oh, there she is?
Brother, Dr. Bezal Ortner.
Yeah, I don't care about the brother.
It's been a long time. Yes, it has.
Well, if you will come with me.
Maybe they're both past lives of each other. Well, not past lives of each other, but like her past life and Dax's past life both knew each other in some form.
I know her. She used to be my wife.
Oh my god, what? For which host? And now, better question, did they get divorced, and was it icky, was it sticky, or was it an okay divorce? Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Then Tarius, Audred.
No. Audred, then Tarius.
Sorry, Audred.
Yeah, come on, Quark, I knew that. Of course.
This Dr. Lenara Khan person was once married to...
Yeah, which one?
Tarius, but of course...
Oh, of course, Tarius.
It was Nilani who married Tarius Dax.
But Tarius was killed in a shuttle accident.
And Nilani became a widow.
Oh.
Jadzia's ex-wife.
I mean,
It's a little
kind
more
of.
complicated than that.
Like half ex-wife.
Sure it is, but to be honest, I'm sorry about the whole thing. I was giving...
Look at Frank Moore in the background.
You really should have that looked at.
Is that what's Rob doing, bro?
Dax teach you that?
Next time, I'm gonna pull a rabbit out of his ear.
Avery Brooks directs this episode. I love seeing these names. LeVar Burton, the one previous. Avery Brooks, this one.
Rules of Trill Society for them to acknowledge it in any way.
Oh, rules?
Why? Is it against the rules?
And the Trill feel very strongly that it's unnatural.
Why?
How can it be unnatural for a married couple to resume their marriage?
Yeah, it's not like they divorced.
Siblings, children, even spouses.
I don't understand.
I guess that makes sense, but it's a little strange.
Must be some Trill who are reassociated with people from their past lives.
So I asked Dax the same.
I love watching the bar close down.
And what happened?
They were exiled from the Trill home.
Oh my god, what?
She can't take that risk. For a joint Trill, nothing is more important than to protect the life of the symbiont.
Wow, I didn't know the stakes were that high.
Come in.
Hello.
Curzon was never on time in his life. He was even late for his 100th birthday party.
That's what I say to my girlfriend whenever she's getting ready. You have never been on time once in your life.
I'm going to be working with Lenore for the next week. I have to get used to being around her. Stop worrying about me, Benjamin. I'll be fine.
And wish you success in the creation of the galaxy's first artificial wormhole.
Artificial wormhole. That's so cool.
Defiant during our research.
Yes. You must be very excited.
I am not a fan of Kira's outfit.
What do Klingons dream about?
Things that would send cold chills down your spine.
Puppies.
Oh, it is better you do not know. Excuse me.
Things were being so vague and cryptic, Worf. I bet he dreams about frolicking in green grass fields.
Hasbro? No.
Oh, she's so nervous.
But I suppose we should load up our plates, since the whole room is watching us.
That's true. Everyone, look at Bashir. Look at Bashir.
Profess our undying love for each other and complete disregard for Trill Society.
Let's not joke about that because it's true.
We're both mature adults and we can handle this.
I agree completely. It'll be fine.
What's her name? Lenora? She feels a little bit more confident than Dax. You know, people are going to hate me when I say this. People are going to say, don't bring your wokeness into Star Trek, even though Star Trek is already woke. But I wonder if this is commentary on a lesbian relationship. Interesting, no?
React with the Matrix to create an opening in the space-time continuum. How long will we have to keep generating the Matrix?
Eddington.
Once the wormhole forms, we can...
I still don't like him, but I want to.
Ratios, I keep saying. Must be a problem in the diagnostic subroutines. I have a recalibration unit in my...
Okay, why don't you leave and leave these two alone?
Someone bring it here.
Oh, no. I need a break anyway.
What I say, now they're alone, on the Defiant, the sexiest place in the world.
And the diagnostic subroutines.
Now they're getting close.
I mean, Tarius always used to tell Nalani that she was panicking about things, making a big fuss about nothing.
Oh, interesting.
But you have to admit Nalani did do her share of overreacting.
It made her nervous.
This is so cool. They're talking like it is them.
Probably just get lost in the past.
It's possible. This definitely is some lesbian commentary, guys, and you cannot tell me otherwise. You're a fool if you think it's not.
Very sorry. And wishes he'd listened to you.
Wow. There's also closure, though. That's a lot of closure.
Would you be interested in dinner?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't want to intrude on your friends.
She just invited you.
Actually, it's not that big of a group.
It's just me and you.
Me and Julian.
Oh, perfect.
Sure. That sounds great.
Yeah, Bashir is always a win. If anyone said I'm having dinner with Bashir, I'd be like, can I come? Watch Bashir not show up.
I can't. I have plans.
Oh, never mind.
I mean...
He has to come. Never mind.
What time?
2200 at Cork's. Thank you. I owe you one.
Oh, a little kissy there. He's never getting over his little crush of Jadzia.
It didn't have a red awning. It had...
Complete third wheel.
I'm actually glad we never met. We probably wouldn't have liked each other very much.
No,
Bashir is not liking this conversation.
The irony is, you and I have more in common than Tarius and Nalani ever did.
Oh, is she hinting at something?
Infirmary to Dr. Bashir.
He's like, oh, I have to go. Oh, bye.
I must go. Duty calls.
That's all right. Thanks for coming.
It was nice to see you again.
Dax, you actually owe Bashir so much right now.
Listening to us trade stories of our former hosts and never once complained.
Yeah.
I think he enjoyed himself.
No, he did not.
Those are Klingon, aren't they?
How did you know? Curzon.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
No, actually, Jadzia likes Klingons. Well, doesn't like Klingons, but she likes Klingon culture.
Thanks.
Well, they suit you.
These close-ups, man.
But somehow it's still you.
I know.
Like, they're not gonna be together at the end of the episode, but this is interesting.
I'm really glad you're here.
She's really glad.
Me too.
Someone say this is a very big step. Oh man, his head is exploding.
Quincer is always causing me problems.
Plasma coil interlocks are in place.
Oh, this guy's having such an issue.
What are you trying to say?
I shouldn't have to say anything.
Then don't.
Oh, I like the brother. I like the brother.
The tensor matrix is forming.
Come on, wormhole.
Subspace distortion.
The distortion is becoming coherent. It's working.
Don't speak too soon.
This is all we need.
Hold on.
The drone's been destroyed. But you did it.
Wait, they made one.
That was only the first step, but what a step.
They made a wormhole, guys. For a second only, but still.
We'll send an object through the wormhole to prove that it's stable for space travel.
Oh, that reminds me.
Can you imagine if the Minion got their hands on that technology, though?
She came by my quarters.
How long did she stay?
Is there something you...
Yeah, he's suspicious now, too.
I thought he was overreacting, but then I saw the way the two of you were acting on the Defiant. Lenara!
I can understand the brother's concern, though. He doesn't want to lose his sister.
You tell me nothing's going on, then nothing's going on.
I like this guy.
I just want to hear you say it.
I mostly like this guy. Why is she doing sit-ups?
I just had the most unpleasant conversation with my brother. He thinks that there's something going on between us.
Kinda is.
Maybe we shouldn't see each other. Just give people the wrong idea.
Or give them the right idea.
Maybe we should see each other more.
I knew the risks. I went into it with my eyes wide open. And what about it?
Eyes wide open, anyone? Darmok?
And now I know I haven't.
Wow. This is a layered episode, guys. Oh! Oh! On-screen kiss, guys. On-screen kiss. You're a fool if you think this is not a lesbian episode. That's right, I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. This episode proves that Star Trek has always been woke. I'm sure there's older stuff as well, but still.
Doesn't sound so funny anymore, does it?
Not really.
You don't think I should pursue this, do you?
No, he doesn't.
No. That it didn't matter whether he agreed with the taboo or not, because the price for violating it was too high.
It's pretty high.
Please.
You came here for advice from a friend, and that's exactly what you're getting.
Wow, he's heated up about this.
I know this is difficult for you. I know how you feel about Lenara, but I want you to think about what will happen.
You know, Dax actually doesn't think about relationships that much. She kind of jumps into them. Meridian is an example. This one is an example.
When Jadzia dies.
But this one also makes a lot more sense than flipping Meridian.
And that the life of the symbiote, no matter what happens, must go on.
I know that, but I also know I love her, Benjamin.
I believe it too.
But I would also want to be sure that I was ready to pay the price.
You're right. I need to be sure.
How do you become ready for that, though?
If this is what you really want, I will back you all the way.
Cisco, Cisco.
I've lived 7 lifetimes.
And Cisco's the best person you've ever met.
I've never had a friend quite like you.
Yeah, you have it. I got chills.
Eddington to bridge. We're ready to generate the tensor matrix.
Understood. Stand by.
Do you think they call Eddington Eddie, or do you think he just goes by Eddington? I think he just goes by Eddington.
The tensor matrix is starting to form.
Activate the drive.
I have a bad feeling that something bad is going to happen to Lenara.
It's still within safety margins.
Launch the probe.
This is actually a big moment if this works. Oh no. What'd I say? Something bad is going to happen to Lenara.
No helm control! There's a whole breach on deck 5!
Oh no.
Dr. Khan, can you hear me?
Actually, it would be sad if Eddington dies though. Like, I like to hate him. Oh my days.
We can't put it out with those!
Oh, Eddington, hello.
Department, I need to reconfigure the field geometry.
I'll try to keep the field stable as long as I...
Come on, Eddington, let's go. Dax, you have to run. Dax, you already took 10 seconds stepping on one step. Why is that cool? She is alive. And in through the fire escape.
Never again. Never.
Interesting. I thought she was gonna die and they would just end the story. But she's alive.
Yes.
Wait.
I'll leave you two alone.
Why is he like okay with this now? Is it because she saved her?
And you shouldn't forget that your project and your theories produced the first artificially created wormhole in history.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
Yes, you are. Well, I guess I'll have a lot of work to do when I get back to Trill.
She's not staying.
Why not do the work here with me?
She's not gonna stay, is she?
Basil just spent the last half hour trying to convince me that it wouldn't be worth it.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a part of me is missing. I want to be with you more than anything, but I don't think that I can do this. Dax.
What's she gonna choose? What a dilemma.
Telling me to be impulsive, to ignore the rules, to give up everything that I've worked for.
Oh, time to fight.
Maybe if I go back to Trill for a while, I'll think it over. I can always come back later.
You won't, though.
I wish I could believe you. But ultimately, it comes down to this.
This moment or never.
And if you do leave, I think we both know you're never coming back again.
Yeah, and she's leaving. Is she there? She's not with them. I think she's just running late. I think she will be with them. Oh, man. Look, please, look at Dax. Dax got chills. It's over. You can't end the episode like that. Oh, poor Dax. Every time she thinks she finds love, they leave or die. That sucks for her, guys. That was a great episode, though. And that was my reaction to Rejoined, episode 5 of season 4 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and another absolutely amazing episode. Season 4 is 5 for 5. And I remember when I started season 3 and I said season 3 was 5 for 5. It was. Season 3 was a really good season, don't get me wrong. But these first 5 episodes of season 4 are really amazing episodes. Like, really amazing episodes. And yeah, I've got some boogers. Sorry about that. I got some... Should I have a napkin next to me or something, or some tissues or something? Because the ending of that episode was hard to watch. It was really sad, actually. Like, I don't know. I think the actor for Dax did an amazing job. Just the emotions on her face. But yeah, I feel bad every time she falls in love. Meridian, this episode, like, something happens to the person that she loves, and then she has to get over them. This one's going to be hard to get over them. Meridian, like, obviously she fell in love with that guy, and then he got teleported away because of the planet, but then she couldn't get teleported away, and then she loses him. Yeah, but yeah, they only met for like 6 days, whatever. This one, it actually made sense why she wanted to throw away everything for Lenara, because Lenara used to be her wife. Her wife, yeah, because she was the guy and she was the girl, so her wife. And whew, wow, what a heavy episode. This episode was very, very layered. I think, one, it discussed a lot about closure and stuff like that, some interesting Trill stuff. But this episode, I think, was also commentary on the gay scene, considering that there was an actual woman-on-woman kiss in this episode. I think this episode was commentary on lesbian relationships, and if anyone argues, then I don't really know what episode you watched, because I had people, there was an episode earlier on in DS9, I forget exactly what the episode was, but I mentioned that it could be related to some form of gay commentary. I think it might have been the episode where Quark starts to fall in love with that Ferengi that is dressed up like a guy but is actually a girl, but Quark still kind of finds himself drifting, like kind of falling in love or being very interested in this guy, you know what I mean, even though it is a girl. But even then, I was like, this could be commentary, you never know. Star Trek has had commentary like this before, probably in TNG, probably in TOS, I don't remember at the moment specifics, but Star Trek has always been kind of on the precipice of progressive, not even on the precipice. Star Trek has always been a very progressive show, and I think anyone, especially for Rejoined, who argues that this episode is not representing lesbian people and is not a commentary on lesbians and maybe how they're viewed in society, is actually blind, because it was like so obvious in this episode and I really loved it. I don't know how socially received lesbian relationships were in whenever this season came out, the late 1990s, I assume, but it definitely would have been probably pretty shocking to see two women kissing on TV back then. Nowadays, it's not that shocking, but back in the late 90s, it probably would have been a pretty interesting sight to see, and interesting being a key word. I'm sure people would have had their disagreements with it, but yeah, I think it was really cool how they could use the episode and use Trill Society in place of our society, Earth Society, on a commentary about it. You know what I mean? How when they get together, they're rejected, and I mean, it doesn't just revolve around two female Trill who love each other. It revolves around all genders of Trill who love each other. You know what I mean? Whether that's a man and a woman, or a man and a man and a woman and a woman. If two Trill rejoin each other after loving each other, and then their other hosts that die, and then those new hosts re-love each other, you know what I mean? Then they get banished. And that's such an interesting thing. It's kind of weird how they don't accept that. I do understand Bashir's explanation when he said it earlier in the episode, how Trill are supposed to be different lives and be different people, and the whole point is that they gather new experiences with a different host. So staying with the same person all your life and then staying with the same person all of your next life is not going to do that. It's not going to fill that almost status quota that Trill Society has made up. But it's interesting to put that into the light and perspective of these two women who have now fallen back in love with each other, because I think it just says a lot about how society in the 90s was viewing lesbian relationships, where it wasn't necessarily like a horrible thing, where they kind of were like, yeah, women can love each other, because obviously Jadzia Dax and Lenara Khan were in love with each other, but it's not really socially acceptable, and people are going to be looking at you weird and maybe trying to stop you from doing that. And so I don't know, I really enjoyed the commentary on there, and just seeing the kiss was really cool and very impressive from a progressive TV show standpoint, because I'm sure, again, you probably didn't see a lot of that, not only in Star Trek, but a lot of that in TV and movies in general back when this episode came out. So props to Star Trek and Avery Brooks for directing this episode as well. Great directing. But besides that, I just really like the relationship between Jadzia and Lenara, and just how much love you could feel between the two. Like, obviously it started a little small, but from the get-go when they started talking, you could just feel that this was different compared to something like Meridian. You could feel that there was a deep history. You could feel that there was actually this big and deep and loving connection between these two people. And I believed it when Dax was like, I love her. You know, when Dax was talking to Sisko about how much he loves her, when Dax said that she never wants to leave her again, how she wants to throw everything away. I believed Dax. And Meridian, I didn't believe Dax. I was like, why are you throwing everything away for this guy you met 6 days ago? That doesn't make any sense. This episode, I really believed her, and it was so, I don't know, it was just so nice to watch. An actually really good love story episode that ended so tragically. I knew she was going to leave. I knew they weren't going to be together at the end just because it didn't really make sense from a show and story perspective. But I thought she was going to die. And then when she didn't die, I was like, wait, maybe she is going to stay on the station. You know what I mean? And then when she left, I don't think she necessarily had cold feet. It's just she kind of let go faster than Jadzia Dax, you know what I mean? She kind of maybe cold feet a little bit, but it felt like to me she wanted that closure, where Jadzia wanted it to be open. And when she was just like, you know, I'll take a few months and then I'll come back, everyone knew, the audience knew, Jadzia knew, Lenara knew that, yeah, she's not coming back, you know what I mean? And so just seeing Dax's emotions at the end of the episode, it was heartbreaking, I have to say. The music was really good at the end too. The music was really good last episode. I didn't mention it in my review, but the music was also really amazing in the episode Indiscretion, and it was also just as amazing in this. At the very end of the episode, I really noticed it when it was like silent except for the music, and Jadzia is just crying up on the top, and wow. Guys, I can feel some chills and tears coming just thinking about it. So I think I'm going to end the review there. I really enjoyed that episode. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. Next week on YouTube, we're going to be checking out episode 6 and 7 sorry, I think I just totally messed up the name there. Episode 6 and 7, Starship Down and Little Green Men. But if you'd like to check out more episodes, you can head over to my Patreon, where you can also, as well as episodes 6 and 7 right now on Patreon that you can watch, you can also check out episode 8 and 9, The Sword of Callus, Our Man Bashir, and episode 10 and 11, Homefront and Paradise Lost. All those episodes out on Patreon right now for your viewing pleasure, if you would like to. If not, I'll see you next week for episodes 6 and 7, Starship Down and Little Green Men. Two really intriguing titles. Little Green Men especially kind of sounds fun. Sounds like a fun episode. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next Star Trek Deep Space Nine reaction.